Wanted to come on for a little while and see who's out there. Wish everybody a happy Father's Day. So we will see. I'm just going to wait for some people to sign on in. Do a little bit of talking tonight for a crash for the evening. I'm not changing the title because it's not Wednesday. I'm only changing the title on Wednesday. So we'll see if I get some people to sign in on this Sunday night. If not, I will go to bed early. So let's see if we get some people to log on. The only way I know that you're on is if you send a message. So please send a message. Okay, see, I got one person wanting to type me a message, so I know that you're here. I normally don't come on Sunday, but it's Father's Day. I want to wish Happy Father's Day to everybody. And chat a little bit. I did not change the title because I don't want to lose my number. So 104 will be on Wednesday at 8 o'clock. No, nobody. Okay. If you're watching, please type a message. Just want to see who's out there. I know a lot of people are probably exhausted. I will give it about 10:15. Oh, okay, there's one there. Say hello, type in. If you're here, that's the only way I'm going to know that you're with me. I'm not going to get started. I have at least a few people in the room. I'll give it a few minutes because I just logged on a little bit ago. So I am going to see if we get some people to sign in. If they do, then I will continue and talk to you guys and maybe do some readings tonight for people. But you got to type. You have to type. So I'll wait till about 10 after 8. See if I get some people. I hope everybody had a good Father's Day. I hope you were able to spend time with your family, get out and do some things. That would, with the family, that would have been nice today. It looked like it was going to rain for a bit, but then it kind of cleared up, so it didn't get too bad. I went and did a little work on the pool today, but I went out yesterday, so today I'm kind of went out Friday and Saturday, so today I was taking it kind of easy. If you're with me, just sign in and say hello. Okay, like I said, I know it's Father's Day. Some people might be pooped out and tired, but I just wanted to get some people on so we could talk a little bit. Okay, I still only see one person here. What time is it? I'm going to give it to about 10 after 8. Oh, now I got 2. So y'all write something so I know who I'm talking to. Okay. I got a couple of you. Okay, we're picking up. Write something, say hello, so we have a talk. And I'm going to do some readings if I can get some people to log in and say hello. Now I'm back down to 0. Well, I'll give it a few more minutes. And if I can't get anybody to sign in, then I'm going to head out. If anybody respond, then I will close it down. And I will see you guys on Wednesday at 8 o'clock. I figured it might be hard tonight being Father's Day and people are tired. So I just gave it a shot to see if I could come on and maybe get a few people to do some readings tonight and chat a little bit. So Okay. If you're in the room here, please type. That's the only way I know that you're here. Type me a message. Haven't received any messages yet. So if you want to stay here, I am going to do some readings if I get some people to respond. Currently, I have no one that has responded. So if you joining me, say hello, type a message. If not, I will be on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock, my usual time. There we go. Hey, Jamie, how are you, love? Hope y'all had a great day today. I did. I rested all day. Went out and did some work on the pool. Not long, just a little bit of work on the pool. Did some work in the house, and I took it easy today. So I just came on just to see if I get some people. I know a lot of people are probably tired and exhausted. Okay, well, we got 4, and now Mark is with me too. Well, I hope you had a good Father's Day. I hope y'all went and did something today. We did. I had a crawfish ball at my sister's. Well, that's good. That is good. Crawfish still out in June. I remember. Hope they were good. Hope they were all right. Well, we had plenty of rain, so it probably might have lasted a little longer. They didn't get hard yet. Hopefully because they usually get hard right around June, sometime in June. Hey, Gwen. Okay, we got some people signing in. Well, so I wanted to thank everybody dearly who came out Friday night and saw Misty and I at Mystic, and it was really I really had a good time. Thank you, Gwen. Yeah, my daughter called. She's waiting for Magni to come back in town. We're gonna all go to dinner together when Magni gets back in town. Yeah, it is at the end of the season, Jamie. But anyway, so the event Friday night was really good. I was very happy with it. It was a little warm, but other than that, I really did enjoy going out with my besties afterwards. That was even more fun. That was a lot of fun. But met a lot of nice people Friday night, and it was a blessing. And I wanted to just thank everybody that came out Friday night and worked with Misty and I. So that it definitely helps, especially since Misty is just getting into doing gallery work, and so it's helping her step away and know what it's like to get hit with so many energies at one time. And so it's really good. So sounds like you had a good time. So, well, Friday night I had it. Well, yeah, I did have a good time. Yeah, you're jealous. Yeah. I said Friday night. Okay, I'm not gonna say who I was with. I was with my besties. Y'all know who y'all are. Michelle had a great time Friday. Yes, I did too. Hey, Crystal. Well, I see people are signing in. Cool. Y'all caught me because I was getting ready to hang up because I normally don't come on sign. I thought everybody was pooped out from Father's Day activities, hanging out with the kids, and I'm sure some of y'all had some crawfish balls. I'm sure some of y'all might have gone swimming or been out in the heat. And I gotta put on my glasses. I don't have them. Wonderful. So let me see. Hello, Miss Garrett. I'm gonna say that because I can't see the first name real well. So hello, Miss Garrett. Oh, it's Celeria. It looks like Celeria from here. So I hope I said that right, Miss Celeria Gidry. Garrett's got an S on it. Sorry, I left my glasses in the other room. I was rushing to get on the computer so I could see some of you guys. But anyway, Friday night was really good. I want to tell y'all a story. Those who were there Friday night, that room. Okay, so we were in one room. That room that I exited out of, that room that had the healing table in it. That room is the most haunted room in the building. And I didn't say anything because I didn't want to scare anybody. But that's the room where everything that goes weird in that place happens. And so that was really cool. So like that's the room that made the portal that connected me and Trenny. Like I was at home and she was in that room reading people. That was the room where she disappeared when people walked into it. You see, it's not big. Like you cannot walk in it and not see somebody. It's small, and and she was changing clothes in it, and they walked in and she was not there. So that's that room. And then she was hearing my voice while she was reading clients in that room. So I didn't want to scare anybody. So I didn't want to say anything about it. Like, it's not working right. Yeah, maybe. But that room has all kinds of history. When we first got the center, when I first leased it to put my business in it, we did this ceremony where you send in the angels to come cleanse a place, and it's a little ritual you do, and it has to be done every day for like 7 days. Yeah, one room. Yeah, but yeah. So that room, yes, but it's that room that was behind y'all that the door was open. It had that healing table up. That's the room. That's the room where wild stuff. So I'm gonna tell y'all a few stories about that room. So, and I did, like I said, I didn't want to scare anybody, so I didn't bring it up Friday night because I wanted people to focus on Misty and I, rather than focus on what was going on in that room. But yeah, so that's the room where the portal happened. That's also the room that there was two people in meditation in there, and Allie and I were in the room where the gallery was, and we were working on a play. And all of a sudden, I kept hearing the table crashing against the door, and finally, I heard one of the people say, "Sid, you know who it is? Come get it." And when I went in there, the table had flown or kept flying across the room. This is like a 200-pound table, lifted and kept pounding the door, and you can see, like when I finally said, "Let me in," and it let me in. And when it did, you could see like how the table had chips in the rim from it slamming against the door, trying to get my attention. And what was happening was there's a very strong energy of a young girl who passed away, and she's in the play. And so she wanted me to change her name, is what it was all about. She didn't want to be called what we called her, so she kept hitting the door with that table. That is a big dining table. It's a 200-pound dining table round. And she kept hitting it, and it was witnessed by 3 people. Allie was there, and then a friend of mine, Sylvia, was there, and Kalila was there. And they all saw this table just fly and hit the door, and kept hitting it and hitting it and hitting it. That happened in that room. A lot of things. Oh, and when we did the angels in that room, so Magni was there by himself because you have to go do something there every day for like 7 days. You have to go let him in, and so he let the angels in. We did the ceremony. He let the angels in. We left. He stayed there by himself. He opened the door and to that room, and every time he would open it, something would shut it. The angels would not go in that room. Angels would not go in that room. Every time he would open it, it would close. He would open it, it would close. That was like the first. That's when we knew something was going to go on with that room. Yes, it was the table that we used in. It was a big table that we used in table tipping, back when Victor and everybody was around, and that was the table that had flown and hit the door. So that room has all kinds of history in it. That room has all kinds of paranormal history. And there was a lot of energy in it. So that was a bedroom at one time. And they've had a couple people live there. When we first took over the place, they had a big old deer head hanging on the ceiling in there. Like, it was really creepy. Like I said, the angels wouldn't even go in. They kept shutting the door. So we had to sage it. We had to, we cleansed that room so much because it was so much energy in that room. And so much had happened. So I wanted to let y'all know that is the room. That is the room where lots of things happen. Lights go on and off in that room. Plugs work, don't work. Things move in that room. It's there's a lot of activity in that room. And so, but it's good. It's good. I don't know what it is now. After we cleansed it, like really, like we cleansed it. It got better energy. But it still had like an energetic energy that could connect and reach out, and it was really, really, really kind of crazy. No, it didn't. So again, it's calmer now there. It doesn't do a lot of the stuff it did in the beginning, because once we cleansed it and put good energy in it, does create portals. We do phenomenal healing in there, so it's got a lot of healing energy now in that room. So it's a healing room, and so it's got a lot of healing energy in that room now. So it's, you know, the only thing, there was really nothing negative that happened in that room. Since we had the shop, because we cleansed it really good. Because when the angels kept shutting the door, we said, "Well, we're gonna need to go in there and really cleanse that room." So we did. But that was the room, and then I had to walk out of that room with all the lights off, and that was funny. So I wanted to let y'all know that room. And now that you've seen the room, you understand that you can't lose anybody in that room. That hey Julia, so you can't. Hi Julia. You can't lose anybody in that room. It's so small. It's smaller than the room that I'm in now. It's the same size as the room I'm in right now, because that's the wall closet door, and then that's the door over here. So it's not. It's about this size. I mean, you really can't miss anybody. It's the size of a small bedroom. You can't miss anybody. And for somebody to actually walk in that room and couldn't see Trenny changing clothes. Trenny's tall, and and so so it's just wild. Anyway, so I wanted to share that with you guys about. I didn't even tell Misty that. So I have to tell Misty about that was the room that we talk about a lot. And that's the room where all kind of strange stuff happens. A lot of people go into really good deep meditative states in there because of the energy that's in that room. A lot of people get healing in that room because of all the healing that goes on in that room. So it does have a unique energy now. And I don't know what kind of energy is there now. Since I don't have the shopping, I don't know, if the new owners are doing anything back there to promote the energy or do whatever. But that was the room. I was waiting for some knocks and some taps and things like that to come out, because that used to happen a lot too. You'd hear knocks, boom, boom, on the doors and on the walls in there. It was really, really, that's really, really a cool place. But anyway. So I wanted to let everybody know that was the room. So coming up on June 21st, I will be at the Neutral Ground, and I hope you guys can come out and support it. We'll be at the Neutral Ground Coffee Shop in New Orleans. It is a fundraiser for HexFest. There'll be a bunch of readers there. I'll be there with the Aura camera, and some portion of our proceeds are all going to support HexFest. I won't be here for HexFest, but I'm going to support it. But I won't be here for HexFest because I'll be on my way to Alaska at that time. Should have called them out. Man, y'all would have been running out of there. The things I've seen in those two rooms of the center is where I've seen so many miracles. I mean, the room, so right where Gwen was sitting, and Jamie and Mark were sitting. So you see where between the area between where y'all were sitting and Gwen was sitting. That's where we had a table that I did readings, and that's where the spirit threw those coins on the floor right there where y'all was sitting. That story I told y'all about when I was reading that lady, and I told her how to leave her coins, and she had a shirt, and the coins fell out of the shirt. That happened right where y'all was sitting. So there's a lot of phenomena that happens in that store. That room we were in was the room. Well, we used to table tip in that little room, but then the table couldn't really move much because the room was small. So when we got the whole back, because we owned, when I had the center, we owned pieces of it until my family was able to clear out all their stuff that was back there. Once they did, then we had the whole place. But when we were table tipping, we used to do it in that little room, and the table would move and do stuff, but it wasn't nearly as impressive as what went on in the bigger room where we had the gallery. That was the room we used to table tip in, and right where I was standing and Misty was standing right there in the center, that's where that circular thing happened and the floor shifted. That's where that happened. So yeah, that both of those rooms are pretty, had some really cool phenomena happen, you know. Well, yeah, there was a lot of energy in that place. I don't know what's there now, but when I had it, we had a lot of things happen in between, from that back door all the way through that room and into the other room, that room that's next to it. And we've had a lot of phenomena over the years. So it was, yeah, you were protected by a lot of angels, Jamie. Yes, you were that night. So, yes, you were. You were protected by a lot of angels that night. But anyway, so I wanted to share that with you guys because maybe we could talk the owners into letting us do maybe a little bit of an investigation there. I can talk to them and see. We can maybe set up some equipment and see what we can pick up. But there is a lot of activity in those two areas. The office also, well, it was my office. Now it's a reading room. So there is the room we were in. Then there's a room here where the all the other stuff happens. But then there's a room over here on this side that has a wall. But there's a lot of that whole back of that house. All those three rooms had a lot of stuff happen in them. Had a whole lot of stuff. So maybe we can bring some equipment, and maybe one day, maybe the owner will let us go. And I don't know what's there now that we're not there. I don't know what kind of energy is going on there. I just know that it was extremely active when I had the business there. One of my workers could tell you in that back room, the other room I was telling you used to be my office. One of my workers got chased by a broom out of there. And you always hear stuff. So, like I said, I don't know what's there now, but maybe we could do something. One night we'll go over. We'll go hang out at First we'll go over do the investment, then we'll go over to Daiquiris. Oh God. Those three rooms had a lot of, and I think it might be because that back room and that healing room is where we had a lot of readers there and a lot of like energy workers that would work in that area. So I think that has a lot to do with it, like the activity post the cleansing. We had a lot of readers, different readers that would read back there. And so I do believe that's, I do believe that's probably why it was so active. So it's kind of like my house. I do a lot of readings at my house, and my house is pretty active. We have stuff that happens here all the time, pretty much daily. Something happens every day here, just about every day. If I'm here, something will happen, something will move, something will knock on the walls, and there's always something that'll happen here. That's my house. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you guys, and thank everybody again for Friday night. I'm sure we'll do it again, probably maybe August or something, probably at my home rather than at that store. I'll probably do it at my home because, my house, I've fixed my living room where I can now hold about 22, 25 people. And so, comfortably. And so then we can maybe have a gallery and swim party. That would be a lot of fun. I'll bring a lot of twisted teas for my besties. Anyway, so let me just shuffle these. So if anybody has any questions that they want to ask me, I will answer them for you. Like, oh, the cruise. So I got everything written out. Magni has to just come home. It probably won't get up till Tuesday because Magni has to come home. I have it all ready to go. He's got to get it onto the website and add the pictures and all that kind of stuff. I have it all written out for him. He just has to really copy and paste. So the cruise is, like I said, is a go. I've arranged everything. I'm just waiting to. I want to have a conversation with Trenny. She said she's gonna come, but I just need to validate that one more time with her, and then I will put a call into her. Oh, I never forget the champagne. You ain't gotta worry about that. And the champagne store is 2 blocks away if I run out. Anyway, so I'm just like I said, I am gonna post all about the cruise. I'm going to post most of the instructors. I'm going to put there are going to be some that's going to be added because I need to get the cruise up there. I got a call tomorrow and see how Nicole is the cruise coordinator. I need to see how she wants to work it. Like, does she want y'all? I think she wants y'all to call her direct, but you got to be able to give her the code. And then she'll get you the price, and then you'll be added to the group. And I sent the information to Zeta already because I had her email handy, and she asked me for it. She's like, I need to. She goes, I want the information because I got to book it. Ooh, I like my first card I turned over. Didn't like the second card. And the third card's all right. So the first card I turned over when I was breaking the readings was the Lovers. And the Lovers are about relationships. It's about, it's a card about coming together. It's also a card of passion. But then what came behind it was this. Which is like, oh shit, why this? Anyway, for me, that just tells me that I kind of feel that there's some, that if I would read those together to it, that would tell me that someone's trying to take over somebody's relationship. So that they would need to be careful with that. But the last one was good because the last one says that the couple stays together. So they obviously had seen whoever it was trying to stab them in the back and then got rid of them. Anyway. And the reason why I've been reading a lot of cards for you guys lately is I will be posting a tarot class soon. I have the beginner's class online. So you can literally go online and pretty much learn it. And then I'm showing y'all the cards and I'm telling you the meanings so that you can make the connection. Thank you, Tina. Thank you. Yes, my daughter called me today. Like she wants to go do, like I told you earlier, she wants to go do dinner with us, but Magni's not in town. So we'll do it another night for Father's Day. So if anybody has any questions, I will answer them for you because what I'm trying to do with you guys with the cards, and I don't want, and because I have a topic that I'm going to talk about on Wednesday that I don't want to talk about now. And I did get a message from Kalila. She's going to have me on her podcast, and we're going to continue the talk about the soulless people. Some of you who saw that episode with Kalila Smith when we talked about the people who just really have no soul, or they have no identity, no soul, and that they're like, we call them fillers, because there are people like that. If you look in their eyes, it's usually you can tell in the eyes, and so we're going to talk about that. I'm going to do that show with Kalila, probably on at her home, at her podcast. We did the first one on mine. I think this one she's asking to be on hers, but that will be the topic. And if you have any questions about that, if you want to understand soulless people, you can ask away. I'll tell you the best that I can. But it's something with the eyes. If you see it in the eyes, and like they're expressionless. These people are they're expressionless. But I don't know what Kalila's podcast name is, actually. I will have to get that back to you guys. I know mine's Touching Eternity. I know Misty's is Kalila just started hers. Okay, I got 2 readings tomorrow night. Let me tell you, that's Stacy. I'm online, Stacy. Stacy's making me work, y'all. Anyway, what is it? Yeah, I don't know the name of the podcast yet. It's Kalila's. I don't. If you look up Kalila Smith, you might get it. I'm not even sure where she's airing it at. I'm sure it's on YouTube. She posted something in Facebook about a girl who wrote her a letter and a girl who wrote a book about soulless people. And so it is a thing. It is a thing. So we'll talk more. Kalila wants to talk more about that. So we're going to probably, like I said, I'll probably do that. And when I do, I will let y'all know. I will find that out on Wednesday. I should know by Wednesday. I'll try to make it a point to find out from Kalila, what the name of her podcast is and where does she air it. I'm sure it's on YouTube. I don't know if she does Facebook. I don't know if she does TikTok. I know she does Facebook, like, messages, but I don't know if she does Facebook Live with it. Like I do Facebook Live, and I do, right now I'm doing Facebook Live and YouTube, and occasionally I'll get on TikTok, or what we're doing is we're posting snippets from my readings to TikTok. What is it? If anybody has any questions, just because I got the cards laid out, I'll pull some cards and I'll tell you what they mean, and then I'll answer your question and tell you what it means for your question. So that way you can learn the cards. So that's why I've been doing this, so that when I do my master class, that people who come to it will have enough knowledge that they can make it through the master class. And let me see, no questions. Nobody wants a reading tonight. Come on, guys. I'll type something. Oh, come on. Nobody has any questions? Okay, well, I'm going to pull 3 cards and then just talk to you about them. Then, since nobody's typing any questions. So, this is the 2 of Pentacles. For me, it's all about, so look at it. It's just about what it says. It's about balancing. It's about, okay, Mark, I'm gonna pull 3 for you. It's about balancing finances. It's about balancing things when things get moving. Okay, so Mark, let's see. Tina, you're questionless? Okay, Mark, these are for you. Okay. Pretty good. So we're doing them in this order. First you have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords, he's aggressive. He's somebody who gets out there, he wants to work, he wants to take charge. Then you have partnerships, which is, this is my partnership card. This is looking at how we're going to pull money together. This means you're working hard to make your money. And this means, the world means it all comes together for you. So what I'm thinking for you is that you're either going to pick up some more work, or you're going to pick up something on the side that's going to bring you some more money, Mark, and it's going to come right when it's needed. And so maybe something on the side, or you might be getting a raise, but whatever it is, it's about partnerships. So it's about you working or being a partner with somebody and doing things. So pay attention to that. Okay. All right, Jamie, I'll pull 3 for you. Oh, Jamie, these are really sweet cards. So but the cool first thing I want to show you first is the 8 of Cups. And that guy, he just put all those cups in a row, and he's going to go on to unfamiliar territory. It means that he's looking for something new in life. He's looking for an adventure. He's looking for something different. Okay? The next card is Temperance. Temperance is all about being kind, being humble, being loving, being forgiving. And then it is like the Wheel of Fortune, which is whatever goes up must come down. However, when it's straight up, it means good luck is coming, good things are coming. So when I see those 3 cards for you, Jamie, what that means to me is I think you're about to move on to a new chapter of your life. And I think that it's going to work for you beneficially, because of your kindness, because of your heart, because of the way you treat other people, and that is going to be what moves you into your next career or your next movement into work. And you and Mark might do something together, because it's about partnerships, even what he's doing to make money. So there could be an option out there. Maybe we'll have to talk about that sometime over a glass of champagne. Okay. Crystal wants to know. Wait, no, Gwen asked a quite. Y'all started moving. So Gwen asked, will ever hear from my nephew again? Let's see. I don't. It doesn't look positive. You got two upside down and one straight up. So it looks like there's a driving force that's keeping him from you. That something happens with that driving force, you may hear from him then, but there's a driving force it's stopping him from connecting with you. Know that I said that, and it's that one, and that's a driving force. That is the most wicked card in the deck for me. That's the most wicked of all women in the deck. So I don't again, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a woman. It just means that there's a force that's preventing from coming and talking and doing whatever he's doing. And again, you may hear from him, but right now it's not. There's some things that have to happen first. If nothing changes, you won't. Will my daughter continue with judo and compete? Let's see. Oh, I picked 4 cards. We'll take this one. Okay. So I got the Page of Swords, which means that this is probably your daughter. And what I'm seeing for her is that she still hasn't decided. Like she's thinking of it. Is judo what she wants, or it might be another area. But right now, I would say yes, she is going to stick with judo for a bit. I think that she may change her mind later or go to something similar. She got 3 swords. Is she going to be a lawyer or something? Because she's got 3, so maybe a teacher. A sword career, like teachers, lawyers, professors, police, detectives, government. That's all. She got 3 sword cards around her. But I don't know if she's going to compete. I think she'll stay with it a while. I do think that she might want to move on to something different after a period. So I don't think this is like a forever thing for her. So I need to say that too, because of the 3 cards that I pulled. Okay. My question is what to expect the next year. What does this... Okay, so best way for me to do is not a card. It's going to be numerology. I'll do cards, but I'm going to do numerology for you first, Julia. Give me your month and your day of birth. So like, I'm July 25th. That's July 25th. Give me your month and your day of your birth, and I'm going to see where you are in numerology. Then I'll still pull 3 cards for you. While you're typing that, let me see. 3 card. You add the numbers together and play. No, I don't do that. Okay, so Julia, June 17, so 6 and 17. So you're in a 5-9 year, so this is a big year of change for you, Julia. This is a year where you're going to be getting rid of a lot of things, like things that you never... This is a year for you to break habits. This is a year for you to put to end, make change. This is that year. You might change career this year. You might move this year. I mean, a 5-year and a 9 together is all about getting rid of stuff that's not working and bringing new things, new change. You're going to be in a 6-1. So I kind of feel that there's a lot of family obligations that's going to come around next year, but in the positive, not in the negative. Just things with the family, things you're going to deal with family and nurturing. So I kind of think you're going through a lot of change, and then you're going to do a lot of nurturing next year. and that's just by your number, just by those numbers. And let me pull 3 cards for you. You too got Temperance. So one of the things I want you to learn. Well, let's start with the Hangman. The Hangman's your spirituality. So what it tells me is that you really, really need to start looking at your inner self, and that's what. And guys, Wednesday night, we're going to be talking about angels, demons, and the universe. So that's what I'm going to be talking about Wednesday night, because I think that's a good take into when we go more talk about the soulless people. But anyway, so you have the Hangman, which is all about your spirituality. This is you taking charge of it, starting to own it, starting to do what you need to do. And this is you so your success will come through how humble you are, how loving you are, how if you give from when you put out good will come back. And I think that's why you might be getting rid of stuff this year, because you're setting yourself up for this. You're setting yourself up for your happiness. And that's what the 3 cards I pulled for you says. Okay. Now let me do. How do you see the future of a person whose birth date is? Well, it's more than just so guys, for numerology, it's a lot more than just your birth date. Y'all understand that, right? A birth date is it's just one piece of it. It also has a lot to do with your name given to you at birth. But I can tell you a little bit about your number. So 6 and 27, that's 6 and 9 is 6. 6 and 9 is 15. 15, and you're a 5. So basically you're a 5, Tina, so that's all about change. Right now, you're in a 9-5 year. No, 33. No, you're in a 9-6 year right now. So that's a lot of change within your family. That's family stuff that you're changing and trying to end things, move things. You're trying to get away from drama. That's all about this year for you, because you're in that 6-9 year. Okay, and let's see what I pull for you. Oh, I gotta pick some different cards here. Okay, come over here. So, saying that, we got the Devil. And the Devil's not a bad card. So let me teach y'all about the Devil. So the Devil, if you look at the Devil card, let me get it up closer for you guys. Notice the chains around the necks are very loose. Notice the Devil is not the devil, but is the Greek god Pan. So it's all about farce. It's all about, the Devil card is all about farce. It's all about addiction. Hey, Chris, it's all about addiction. Now, addiction doesn't always mean drugs, okay? Because everybody immediately thinks drugs. Addictions means anything that's an addiction, but it's because we choose to be there. We could be addicted to a person. We could be addicted to shopping. We could be addicted to food. We could be addicted to alcohol. We could be addicted to drugs. We could be addicted to shopping. Ross for less. Now, if any of my Ross people are watching. But so that's what this card is about. And then it says the world. So that means you're setting boundaries with people who have addictions. And it says here that even though it hurts a little bit, and it kind of goes with the 5-9 year, even though it hurts a little bit for you, Tina, it puts you in a much better place. It's going to put you into a place when you start setting those boundaries with people and moving to people who bring their drama to you away. And that's what you would do in a 5-9 year. Okay, let me pick these up and shuffle them a little bit. All right. And it's a question out of the ordinary. So, Mark, what I've seen is I have seen. Okay, so I haven't had anybody doing the investigation do that, but so we did the bar. That's where the snake farm was. And on the way to Laplace, down Airline Highway. We did that bar, and the bartender was a very nice guy, but when he started seeing the energy being pulled out of there, he got very upset. and he threatened to punch me in my face. And that's when I said, keep your demon, and I left. So yes, they can change, because you got to understand. So you got to understand human nature, and you have to understand human nature, and you have to understand what drives people. And that's why I tell people, guys, do the energetics course, or at least learn energetics. Learn how to build that positive wall of light around you. Learn how to know when you're, to how to get rid of that negativity around you. And your words are powerful. Your words are powerful. Always come from a place of love and understanding. Love your neighbor. I don't care if they're, what nationality or where they're from. Love your neighbor, okay? Because after Katrina, I was a refugee. I had to move somewhere. So I'm just saying. So I've learned to love my neighbor, because people helped me. I don't mind helping people, because that's what we should do. That's the right. It's the Christ way. Oh, I don't want to get into religion, but y'all understand that. So so the person, if a person doesn't have control of their life, understand this. If a person doesn't have control of their life, and an energy comes over them and makes them feel powerful, or gives them insight, or gives them things and lies to them, and they start doing evil or mean things, then it's a negative energy. Okay, it is a negative energy. Okay, so yes, people when the energy starts to move from them, if we're doing any kind of exorcism, which I don't do those anymore. I used to. I don't do those anymore. My health won't allow it. But if you're doing an exorcism or a cleansing, I'll help people cleanse, but I will not do an exorcism. I'll turn them to someone else to go do it. But in the cleansing piece, if they start to feel the energy to remove, they start to feel empty. That energy pulls everything out of them, so they feel empty. So they feel like they lose in power, or they lose in control. So they get nervous and they want it back, and that's why it doesn't leave. And so that's why it stays attached. And so it's very hard. It's very mind bending, and that's why I don't want to do. That's why I won't do exorcisms no more, because it's very mind bending, because you literally have to fill the person with light as you're extracting the negative energy. You have to fill the person with light as you're pulling the demon off of them, and you have to get them to buy into, because if they feel empty at any point, the demon will take back over and you won't succeed. And that's why sometimes exorcisms or get rid of demons, you just can't do it in one visit. It's multiple visits, and it will wear you out. Hey, Mike. So that's the best way I can explain it to you, and why people choose to keep them. So Josie, let me see about your gambling. Let's see. How's Josie doing gambling? Oh, hope I get 3 coins for you. 1, 2. Let's dig over here. 3. Josie, no coins. I don't like, but there's a newness and there's an emotion. So the page of Wands is all about business. It's all about new things happen. Are you buying a slot machine, Josie? And this is just being emotionally attached. As the female card, it's the Queen of Cups. She's attached. She's loving. She's nurturing. But this is you. I kind of think you might be gambling a little less, Josie, according to these cards. As you look at something else or something different. So I don't know. They came straight up. So if I was going to gamble, I would go with something that, if I pulled 3 cards straight up, that would be a yes for me. So I would say, maybe go, but that kind of says you're going to put your back to it a little bit. So, folks, I have, and like I told you, in my day, I have seen some wild stuff. I've been to many cultural ceremonies that are spiritual. I've got to, I've been blessed to have studied with some really, really great people around the world. And I've been exposed to a lot of miracles. What people would call miracles, but I just call it normal stuff that we just choose not to see. You know, I know Misty and I are working on getting y'all into. We're going to go do an investigation at a jail. It is a few hours away from here. So we're going to all carpool and we're going to go do an investigation at a jail in Sensit. So that's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be an investigation at a jail with a lot of history. And it's about 3 hours away, 3.5 hours away. There's also an event coming up. There's only 20 seats though. It's through a paranormal group. I think it's one in Lafayette. And they're going to a jail too. It was posted today. Misty posted it. I shared it. So if you follow me, I don't know if I can go. They asked me to go. Help on this journey to this jail, but it's the day after my birthday, and I don't know what Magni has planned, so I don't know what we're doing. Well, they only taken 20 people, so I posted it today, so you'd have to reach out to them. They only allowing 20 people to go, and it's this group. I really don't like taking children so guys, let me explain something to y'all. Okay. There is playing, like when you just go in when you want to see, feel, and then there is serious investigation. On a serious investigation, you have to limit the number of people that go to. Oh no, this prison's a little close to Tina. You have to limit the people that go, because everything is evidence, the whole place. So you have to map out the place. You have to know where you're setting your cameras, because in a true paranormal investigation, you have to have evidence. So you have to camera set, and you have to make sure you catch every angle. Okay. And and then you have to map out, like you have to, usually a medium will go in, or you'll go in with dowsing rods, and you either look for the rods cross, or you will look, if a medium goes, they will go in and do where they feel the energy. They'll feel like that presence, and so they'll mark it, and you'll mark it, and then you're going to set up like a perimeter with film and cameras and stuff, and some people have computers in the other room. They're watching those cameras from computers. Okay, that's a real investigation. I've done those investigations. When you set up you map out, you set up the chalk lines, you set the perimeter. You go in, you feel where everything's at, and then you set your perimeter, and then you sit there and you wait, and you run your machinery, and you do a test. You're looking for things, and we got some pretty cool stuff on film. So 18 should be okay. As long, is he baptized or christened? That's what I'm going to ask you. Jamie, is he baptized or christened? Yes, 18 years old I will take. Trenny takes her son, been taking her son, and yeah. So that's all. It's a requirement. I mean, you have to be baptized or christened. If you're not, you gotta let me know so I can do something to help you not attract anything. So that's the main thing. Yeah. Okay, they're going to Gothic jail on the 26th. I want to go to. I want that. So that is the jail that we're going to go to, that we're trying to get in, is the one in DeRidder. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go on the 26th. We may have to go another time. So I definitely want to go to DeRidder. Yes, the Gothic jail. That's where this group is going on the 26th. They want me to go. I have to ask Magni. I don't know if I'm going yet. But my bestie's going to have to come with me if I go. And they're only allowing 20 people, so I don't know. My bestie's got to come. So, I don't know how many, because it's a paranormal group that's going. So we're going to go again. Um, if I go on the 26th, we're going to go again. I'm going to bring a group there as well to the Gothic jail in DeRidder. That's the one where they go. But again, you have to decide, do you really want to do a true paranormal investigation, or are you just going to feel energy and sense the place? That's two completely different things, you know. What you usually will do is you'll go spend, like, I know when you go to the, I can't think of the name of the jail, but it's the one where Martin Luther King's killer was. It's a big haunted. I know the name if somebody says it, but I just off the top of my head right now I can't think of it. So you. So yes, Kimberly Ann. So if you look at any of the true stories of anything about possession, it most like 90% of the time, the one that gets possessed or gets the energy is the one of a true demon, is someone that hasn't been christened, baptized, or given themselves to a higher power. And so there was one of my students who was not baptized, that I'm a reverend, and so I baptized her and had her give herself to a higher power, and then I let her come with me, because you don't know what you're walking into, and you don't know, like when you're going to go do an investigation, you don't know what's there, and so I don't want something bad to happen to anybody that I bring on an investigation. I need you to be safe and be smart, because it's y'all watch this stuff on TV, but again, folks, that's TV. You know, and so when you do a true investigation, that it's a plan, and that's why they only let I think that might be why they only letting 20 people go, because this paranormal group wants to, investigate, and so you can't have a whole lot of people running through the, through the perimeter. You can't people, it's definitely set up. Yeah, that's it. Brushy Mountain said, "Yeah, that's the one we're going to connect. That place costs $2,000 a night to go stay in, if I'm not mistaken, and the maximum you can have is 12 people. So you can't go to that prison. You get to spend the night." So all you have to do, what I would tell you, Kimberly, is you have to give yourself, you have to believe in a higher power. You have to give yourself, you have to do a prayer or whatever and give yourself to a higher power. That's what I would do. That's how you protect yourself. And we go into the we go into a seance room too. So in the French Quarter, where all kind of crazy stuff happens. We use all of that, Mark. So we use, so I got rid of a lot of my paranormal equipment just because of, Allie still has a lot. I got rid of a lot of mine because I moved from Texas, where we had a paranormal group, here. And when I moved here, I didn't stay with it, so I kind of got rid of a lot of it. I still have some of my EMF detectors, my energy detectors. I still have some pieces, of things, but I really haven't done a whole lot in the paranormal world. Now, if we go to Brushy Mountain, we're going with some people who have the best equipment, because Trenny's son has a lot of paranormal equipment, and he does a lot of he's actually on TikTok, and he does a lot of things. So I'm sure he's going, and they do serious investigation, and they do a lot of filming and stuff. So, again, dealing with energies, you just have to put your positive energy out there, so nothing negative can attach to you. If you're not christened or baptized or given or believe in a higher power, you do take a chance of picking something up. You do. And then The Exorcist, it was a little boy. It wasn't a girl. It was a little boy that that happened to, and he was not christened or baptized. In The Conjuring, the original Conjuring, the child was not baptized. Those are all based on true stories of possession. So that's the one thing all of them have in common when it was based on a true story. So again, the haunted hotel that we're going to, I don't think it has any demons, so I'm going to say that to you. It has history, so I don't think you're going to pick up anything at the haunted hotel. I think you're safe there, because it has history. It doesn't have demonic energies. Yes, the Axeman has been there, and we truly believe he did stay there, but it's just his energy. It's not the murder energy. It's his energy that's there. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but it's not a demonic energy. It's it's what we call residual haunting. It's something that happened there. It's an energy that's there, and it's residual. It's not like an active demon or anything like that. I don't know. I was asked in an email that I want to go. I tried to look for that too, about going to look to go. Again, it's the day after my birthday, so I don't know if I'm going to get to go. I have to see. I will know more around the 20th of this month, so I'm hoping that they did invite me to. Well, Misty asked me that I want to go, and I told her I did not know if I could, because I don't know what Magni has planned for my birthday. So I don't know if I want to spend my birthday in jail. So I would email that. I think there's a link, and you can email them and just ask them, about going. Now it is in DeRidder, so you're gonna have to get there. Like they're not like taking. They're from I think they're from Lafayette, so they're going from Lafayette, so that's easier for them. But if we do go, and they do allow us to go, Jamie, we can all ride together. We can all ride together, and I will shoo them away, Kimberly, for sure. If I see anything again, and at the haunted hotel. Now you might pick up something in the seance room, because I don't know what kind of seances they've been having in there, and it is the I think it's part of the vampire bar. So vampire was a vampire bar, so there could be some stuff going on there. I don't know. I don't. I've been there before. I went there with Kalila, actually, when they first opened it. That was the vampire bar. They moved the bar now. Now that's a different thing now. But you had to be invited to go up there. You couldn't you had to be part of the group, or you had to be invited. And I got invited to go to the New Orleans Vampire Bar, and Khalil and I went. We were, and then they're lovely people, but they all have their vampire teeth in, and or they have fangs. And as the sun was starting to go down, I looked at Khalil and said, "Girl, we gotta go. We look like lunch." I said, "So, I gotta go." I said, "This is they were very nice. They're a very nice group of people. Very nice group of people. Very loving, very welcoming." Sounds like you mean the Dauphine. You mean Madam. You mean the what's the name of the house now? You mean the one where Nicolas Cage used to live, Kimberly? Because that one still has a horrible energy with it. LaLaurie House, yeah, but Madame Dauphine LaLaurie. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. The LaLaurie House has a lot of negative energy. You stand out there, you get nauseated. Sometimes you can smell the burnt smoke from the fire, still to this day. Lots of champagne. Yeah, because we sure can't celebrate my birthday in Doretta. There's nothing in Doretta but the jail. No, I'm just kidding. Uh, okay, so you're doing at the Dauphine House. That's a bed and breakfast. Okay, I got you. You're doing an investigation there. Okay, so the best way to do an investigation, folks, and this is just my advice, is you have one person who you leave in charge of the history, and they go find the history and they keep it to themselves. They don't say a thing. They keep that to themselves in the beginning. Two, you have another couple of people who, well, you have a medium walk through and sense it and see where they feel the most sensitive areas are, and that's where you focus your cameras and your video, because you want to video, you want to continually video. So you can put on your computer, it's not where you can hit it, we can get good footage, and you put the cameras out, and you use your equipment, and you look for temperature changes, look for stuff, and use your EMFs, and you wait and you see. Now there you'll see all kinds of stuff. We were able, like, somebody was questioning me a lot on orbs that touch an eternity, and orbs are cool, but they're hard to prove because it's hard to tell what is an orb and what is dust unless they got a really good nucleus of face in it. And a lot of people think that orbs are the spirit. They're not. Orbs are the reflection of the spirit, of the light of the spirit. That creates the orb. So that's how it was explained to me, um, in a class that I took, that the orb is the reflection of the light from the spirit. So it's a reflective. So the orb itself is not the spirit. It's like a reflection, like a mirror of it. So the spirit could be over here and the orb could be here. Like they could not be together. That's what I'm trying to show you. So okay, see, okay. Oh, is that the other hotel, Kimberly, that they have? I know there's two hotels. I know one was the haunted hotel. Then they got another hotel. That must be the other. Is that the other hotel that they got that sold out too? But I know both hotels are sold out. I like my own bed. I'm not saying a hotel. I like my own bed. Okay, okay. So the last year we went to the when we did this event, we tried to look and see what we felt, but there was so many people and it was so chaotic that we really didn't get to see a whole lot. Okay, cool, Mark. Good. You know, that's the thing. Don't, if you want to do an investigation, don't have too many people because they're going to mess up your mapping. They're going to mess up your perimeter. They're going to mess up, because people forget that they're an energy. You are a spirit. You are an energy. Okay. And so when you interact in those spaces, you're creating stuff. So if you have too many people in there, and some might be, and some may be drunk, if you're really going to do an investigation, you got to have your wits with you. You got to have your number of people with you. You have to have your plan with you. You have to have a layout of the place. You got to send a medium through or a sensitive through to go sense where the activity is. And then you set your cameras up around those areas, and you get on your computer and you watch. And every time you can take little, like, few seconds, like you can do like a few seconds of a film, and then while you're doing that, you're sending that to another computer that somebody's sitting at, and they're looking at, did anything happen in that thread while you're there filming something. You're trying to, because you got to look at, like, you got to break it down because some things are very subtle, and when there was I don't remember what investigation it was, but there was one that was public where they were talking about a little kid's toy that moved, but it took 9 hours to go a foot. Okay, it moved, but it took 9 hours, and so so yet they had to keep marking it and doing things. Okay, so I mean, you have to understand that when you go to a big event like this, there's so many people that they're gonna mess up your footage. They're gonna mess up your investigation. That's why I think when they go into DeRidder, they only allow in 20. So I think that's because they're going to try to do some type of investigation. And if you are, you have to limit your people. Everybody has to know their role. So so I'll give you an example. We did a house in Texas. I think I've told y'all this story, but we got a call from a family. A family brought us pictures of this entity with claws, watching them watch TV. They were reporting all kinds of stuff happening in the house. And before we even went there, we met and we had assigned roles. Magni and this other guy, they're very good with kids because there was kids in this house. So they went and worked with the kids. I and two other mediums worked with the parents. And then we first they talked to the kids one at a time, then together. We talked with the parents one at a time. Well, the mother's boyfriend and her at the same time, not apart, then together. And then we spoke to the whole family together. And then we walked the house, and and the mediums walked the house, and we saw where all the activity was. We could feel it. We could sense it. We knew it was there. We were ready to start our planning, and one of the mediums got a contact, and the contact said, "Don't do it for 48 hours. The mystery will be solved." Said it out loud, and sure enough, 48 hours later, it was solved. But you have to have a plan, and you just can't, especially if you go into someone's house, if you find something there, you just can't leave. You can't, if it's something bad, you can't leave it. You got to take responsibility. And guys, let me tell you why people don't stay in the paranormal field. Because it costs a lot of money and you don't make any money. It costs a lot of money to be in the paranormal field. The equipment is very expensive. Unless you get a TV show, the equipment's very expensive. People are not, they seldom will, they're not going to pay you to come do this. You're doing it because you want to get the video footage. You want the footage. You want to see it. So a lot of times it costs you a lot of money for the equipment. You could easily spend $5,000, and that's just the mere basic equipment. And that's why a lot of people don't stay with being paranormal investigators unless they have a TV show. A lot of people would do it as groups, that's like they're like a hobby, but it's a serious hobby, and they'll go do little investigations and stuff. But there's really no money to me, and like to go to any good place that's haunted, it costs money. Like that Brushy Mountain is $2,000 just to go in and spend the night. And that's up to 12 people. And then there's another prison, I think it's like 18. The insane asylum that's not far from there, because we're going to do both of them over a weekend. The insane asylum is $1,500 for 12 people. So, it's expensive. I tell people that all the time. So that's why, we had some fun. Our little group had fun. We got to get some good evidence. When I teach the paranormal class that I teach, because I do a paranormal investigation class, I haven't done it in a long time because you have to have a place to go investigate, and so that's that is a thing, and it's hard when you have a lot of people because nobody wants to take a role. They all want to be where the action is, and some of the roles aren't fun. Like the historian has to go to the library, has to go look up, and unless you're somebody who likes that, you got to go do the history. You got to go figure out what's going on. You got to look at a lot of things, because you don't want to walk into something that you can't get out of. So I will say that to you when it comes to paranormal stuff. You know, that's why a lot of people don't stay in the field. They might join a group. Like I would join a group and go work with the group, you know, and just as just for fun, because there's no money in it. There's no way to recoup. Like I said, you're gonna spend $5 grand on equipment. Easy. Time you buy all the cameras, all the devices that you need to test the room. You know, that little bear that Allie has that speaks to kids and brings kids through that are on the other side. That thing was like $400 if I'm not mistaken. Just that one piece. You know. So what I will like to do one weekend, if y'all would like to do this, it is a journey. It's about a 6-hour journey from here. There's a little town right out, not far from Shreveport, on the Texas side, called Jefferson, Texas. It's an old town full of bed and breakfasts, and it has a ghost tour and stuff. I've got some awesome pictures from there. I'd like to go back there. We took a group there several years ago, about 12 years ago, and had a lot of we got to see a lot of stuff while we were there, a lot of cool stuff, and I'd like to go back there. And it's a haunted town. Historic Jefferson Hotel. I don't know where we stay. Several hotels and bed and breakfasts there. We stayed at a hotel. I don't remember the name, but it's in Jefferson, Texas, and it was an old like sawmill. They used to take wood. The Mississippi River used to go through there, or an outlet that went to the river, and it used to have a lot of wood that would go through there. That's where they would take it and sawmill. There were a lot of slaves in that area, and when the city went dry, because the river shifted and went dry. The town just, there was no money in the town, and they murdered a lot of the slaves there. So it's a lot of ghosts there, a lot of history there. Okay, so you've been to Crystal. You've been to Jefferson, Texas. It is a cute little town. It's really a nice little town. It's like walking back in history. And it's a bunch of bed and breakfasts and stuff. So yes, I've got some really cool pictures. I kind of think that we will do that. We will go to Jefferson, Texas. I'll take a group there, and from there we might swing up, go down 20 and hit Tennessee area, and go to the Brushy Mountain thing, and then I know it's that way. And then we're going to go do the insane asylum. We'll try to do all that in one weekend, or like 4 days. Yeah, Jefferson was nice. We could do it. We'd have to carpool it, because it's about a 6-hour drive from here probably. It's right past Shreveport, like you go into Dallas, but it's on the Texas side. Texas, not far into Texas. Hey, love. Hey, Miriam. My girl. So let me see, what else can I say about paranormal while I'm thinking about it. So, to me, it's normal. I don't. For me, it's all normal. It's work. It's just energy. It's just energetics, and it's just a lot of history that you can sense and you can feel. We might even be able, if we don't want to do the mountain, the prison, and what we could do is, if we left on a Friday and we went to, I don't know how far Angola is from DeRidder, but we could maybe go to the plantation up there, haunted plantation, and then go to DeRidder, and then maybe do Jefferson, Texas. That's like 3 bump right in a row. So let's see. So is it true if it's like lightning raining real bad? So it doesn't really make it stronger. It could make it more noticeable. That necessarily doesn't mean it's stronger. It depends on the word stronger. I mean, yeah, when the weather's a certain way, it can help. It can help, like, get you to be able to see it better. It doesn't necessarily make it stronger. It makes it more seeable. Is a better way to put it. I love you too, girl. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna do some. We can do some road trips. We're gonna have to. What I think we need to do is I'm gonna get with Misty, and maybe we need to start a group, and do things as a group, and we can meet, and because these things are expensive, so we could do some fundraisers and stuff if we got a group, put a group together, do some fundraisers for it, and buy equipment and that. So that would probably be the best thing to do. And I don't mind, doing like mediumship galleries and stuff to help raise funds for it, or something that we do some stuff to make, to raise funds. So I'll talk to Misty and see what she wants to do, because I don't know if there is a New Orleans chapter here. I know LA. I know there's some in Lafayette. I know there's one down in Morgan City area, a group, and I know there's a group in Lafayette. But I don't know if there's any groups here in New Orleans, so maybe we need to start a New Orleans chapter of something. Okay, so I mean, well, sometimes, Charmaine, let me answer. That's a good question, Charmaine. So let me answer that for you. Sometimes you move it. Sometimes you the spirit that moves it. So, is it your loved ones? It could be. Is it something negative? Usually not. But what I find a lot of times is people who have anxiety, or people who have who put out a lot of energy, they're moving it. Your spirit's moving it. You don't have to be a ghost to move stuff. I'll show y'all that in energetics. When you can move stuff, it's why you're alive. Oh, good. So maybe we will start a group. I'll talk to Misty, and because that is her forte, and she knows this area and she knows all the people. And I'll see if there's a group maybe we can join that's local, or if we should create our own. And we'll do some fundraisers and try to we'll try to we'll do some fundraisers and try to raise money to get equipment. And if we start a group, we'll start a group. I'm for it if y'all want to do it. I think it'll be fun, And that way, you get some of your expenses paid for, because it's expensive. Go look at the price of some of the ghost equipment. It's expensive, guys. It really is. I mean, you can easily spend just on the bare basics $1,000 on the bare basics. Okay, well, we'll have to have a meeting. Like I said, I'll get Misty over here, and her and I will reach out to everybody, and we will see if we can get enough people to either we all go join a group that's nearby, because they might be already set up, or we can start one of our own, and we can make it like a club where we'd have to have a treasurer and have so somebody can, like, and when we we'll have, everybody will probably have to pay a dues, and it costs everything. The money won't be to pay any person. The money would be to pay, like, for equipment, pay for hotels if we have to go to out of town. We could try, if there's enough money in there, we can have that offset some of the cost, if we have enough money in the treasury. So that's something we could do. So we could maybe start a really big paranormal group here, and like the more people, and just fun, and do it that way. I think do it like a club, and then that way it won't cost one person a whole lot of money. The club would own the equipment, and if it ever disbanded, it would all have to. It could be sold, and the money could be split between people. I don't really care about that, whatever. But that's what should happen, because like I said, there's no money in being a paranormal investigator. That's why people don't do it unless you get a TV show, and your TV show is a success, because a TV show could cost you a fortune, and if it doesn't fare well, then it's you're not going to do any good. And usually with the TV shows, the producers keep all the money, the people who do it keep all the money anyway, most of it. We can do it positive vibes. Yes, we can do it with positive vibes. Absolutely. I don't. If it's something too dark, I don't want to get near it anyway. If it's too dark, I don't want to get near it. Let me text Misty, see if she's up. Misty, if you're up, go online, go to my live. Let me see if she's up. I'll text her, y'all, and see if I can get her to come online with us. Let me see if I can get Misty online. Misty, if you are up, log into my podcast. Log in to my podcast on Facebook. We have questions. We have questions. So I just texted Misty. I'll see if I can get her to respond. And if I can get her to respond, because she would know what would be the best thing. Oh yeah, I will definitely pop champagne bottles. You ain't got to worry about that. So we will look. Let me see if I just text Misty to see if I can get her to. Oh, she's texting me back, so she's awake. Okay. She's gonna jump on. Yeah, champagne and elderberry syrup. I like that. Yes. We're gonna heal ourselves while we drink champagne. I love it. So Misty, let me know when you're in the room with us. Just shoot us a text. There she is. Hey, Misty. So listen, everybody is really into this paranormal stuff. They want to get into it. So are there, I know I'm on late, are there any groups that meet in New Orleans that they can join, or should we create our own New Orleans group, Misty? There's like about 6 or 7 people that would like to, and it'll probably be a lot more, but there's a lot of people wanting to know, like, is there a New Orleans paranormal group, or because they would, like, or do you want to create one here in New? I know there's one in Lafayette, and I know there's one in Morgan City. Is there one in New Orleans? Because I don't stay up with it anymore. We're talking about different happenings, and I was telling him, Misty, about this where we did the gallery, about that room that was behind us is the room where all that crazy stuff happened. I didn't want to tell nobody that and scare him last night, but that was the room. So let's see. All right, Misty, let me know. Everybody's asking about, they want to do stuff. So should we create a group, or is there a group we could join, and how does that work? I told him you're the expert on the paranormal groups and the paranormal stuff. So I just said, she says she's here, but she says, I wish we could. We can. She just texted me. I wish we could start her on. Well, let me call her up. I'm gonna get on the phone with Misty. Watch this. So let me see. So that way I can hear. So I'm not waiting for her to text. Hey, so I know it's hard because it takes time to cross over. So there's a lot of people. Is there one local in New Orleans? I know there's one in Morgan City. There's one in Lafayette. Okay. So do you want to start something local here? That's what they're asking me. Okay. Well, right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, or we could be a chapter of them. I don't care. You know, if they want to do it together. But I don't know how it all works. That's what I'm telling everybody.
Right. It's called, the part we belong to is called the East Chapter Louisiana Spirits, and you have to go through a process and be like accepted and all that kind of stuff. And they're the ones that put on the Cajun Country Paracon.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to put. I'm not. We're not looking at doing paracons, and so we'll go to their paracon and
No.
support it. But like all we look
Right.
for is the group. They we have a group that once they get together, like I talk about, equipment's expensive. It's very expensive, and
Right.
the travel is. So what we would have to do is create a club where there would be dues and have a treasurer and a captain and just like a club, you know,
Right.
and that way we can try to do fundraisers and stuff to help make them create money so we have funds to go do things.
Right. Right. Oh yeah. I like the idea because the New Orleans chapter, Louisiana Spirits, really don't do anything.
And so we want to do stuff.
Yeah. I want to do stuff too.
Oh, look, Jamie put up the parish paranormal team.
Right.
Right. I love it. Yes, yes. The PPT. Oh, I can't bring her live, guys, because Magni's not here. Magni knows how to do it because I got to open up a different screen and I got to pull her up there. Then it's somehow gonna and I got to connect it. Way too advanced for me. So I wish I could bring her up right now. See, they want me to bring you up so they can hear us talking together. Okay, so I'll let them know that that's so we'll try to do schedule something like a meeting, and anybody that's interested, they
Right.
can meet at like my house or something, and then we could talk about it and see what we want to do.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. That sounds good.
All right.
All right.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
So, I talked to Misty. So what we're gonna do is, you love the name. So what we will do. Did you know what? You know what my did y'all know what my group's name was? My paranormal group's name in Texas was called a paranormal nuts. Nutz nuts. A paranormal nuts. That was the name of our group in Texas. It was fun. We had a lot of fun. So what we're gonna do is, if y'all follow me on Facebook and y'all follow me here, Missy and I are gonna set up a date to meet somewhere, and we're gonna have a talk. We're gonna have a discussion about forming a group or doing or becoming a chapter of another group. Um, there's so we'll talk about it, and we'll see if there's enough interested people in doing that. Then we can. And we just may become a chapter of another group, or we could start our own. But I don't want nobody to get upset at us for that, because I'm not trying to create upsetness. I'm just trying to bring people together. You know, into yeah, the paranormal nuts. But anyway, so I think that would be a lot of fun, guys. I think we could have a lot of fun with that. Well, and we could even have a float in like I'm getting crazy now, like a float in the Halloween thing downtown. No, I'm just kidding. Have our own group eventually, maybe. Who knows? What is the other? So there is no paranormal group that's so it's a part of the East Louisiana, I think it is. She told me like East Louisiana spiritual spirit group, and they do the Paracon in Lafayette. So, but she says that they don't do a lot. They don't do a lot more They don't do a lot of investigations, and so again, I don't mind being part of another group and like being a chapter. We can create our own chapter, or we can create our own group. But she says she thinks they might get upset if we create our own group. So, oh, Misty's back. So online. So I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to talk about it. So we'll meet somewhere. I would say my house, but I'll probably do somewhere neutral, so that everybody have to drive way out to Kenner, and maybe we'll go someplace neutral, like maybe we'll meet somewhere like in around Bucktown somewhere, not at the store, but we might go meet like at Jason's Deli or something, and we'll meet and have a meeting there, and just see how many people really want to do that, and we'll probably Okay, so y'all are in the Akkadian chapter. Okay. So we could become a chapter, we could be part of the NOLA chapter and maybe get it more active. Because that's what it sounds like, is that I just don't know how. So maybe we can be Louisiana's part, a chapter of Louisiana Spirits is statewide. The East chapter is the New Orleans chapter. Okay, she's explaining because I have no idea. But, and so now y'all belong to the the Acadiana chapter. So that's the one that's in Lafayette. But do y'all live in Lafayette? Like, I mean, do y'all have to go travel there, like, to go do stuff? Crystal, you and Mark, do y'all travel? Like, what do, like, I don't know. Gotcha. Y'all belong to the East chapter. Y'all belong to the Acadiana chapter. Okay. Like I said, we'll have to see. And do you, like, again, you know, like she says, there's an acceptance thing and all that. So again, I don't know. We'll have to see. Seems like a lot of y'all are interested in it, so we'll see if we're gonna create our own, or see if they will accept us in a chapter. Either way, it's. I mean, we're friendly. We'll be a friendly. I mean, Okay, and y'all do travel. Gotcha. So anyway, so yeah, so that's why you're part of the Acadiana travel. So I don't know. So we just got to see. We'll get together and we'll talk about it, and maybe we can grow the chapter here that's already there, or create a different chapter. I don't know. Whatever's going to be the best, for everybody to be involved. But again, okay, yeah. I definitely want to collaborate with everybody. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We definitely be a friendly chapter. For me, we're all doing the same work, so it's like, why would you not be friendly and kind to everybody? Again, though, the chapter I'm in, we need to work. Like, I don't I like, if we're gonna do investigations, we got to plan them, we got to do them. We're gonna go, we're gonna try to, and we got to have a historian, someone that's gonna store the information and keep the keep the information that we collect. And if you get any evidence, that has to be an evidence place that's kept safe. Allie's like, crap. Yeah, we go to Allie's house. Allie's kind of central, and Allie's got a lot of equipment. Allie has a lot of equipment. I still have a few pieces. Some of mine stayed with the store when I sold the store, but I still have a few pieces. We have to. But if y'all want to do investigating, we can. I will take y'all on a serious investigation. It's hard to find a place because a lot of people, don't really want you coming in their house and filming everything, and because you have to film, you have to collect evidence. You have to get the evidence. And the first thing I will do is I'll get with Misty, and we'll probably put together some kind of paranormal class for the group, and it'll be free. We'll do a class where we can teach you, how to do things. And so yeah, and yeah, so I said we'd have to do some fundraisers, Mark, and I do a lot of fundraisers, so. And I know Trenny's son has a lot of equipment. He does a lot of paranormal work. He gets a lot of great evidence. He's got a lot of great evidence. I'll take you out to Colorado, and there's a bunch of places in Colorado. We'll get with Tracy Schuler in Colorado. Trenny and Tracy used to run a paranormal group in Colorado. They got all the mining towns there, the abandoned mining towns. They got these old hotels and jails, and you could even go to Columbine where the shooting was, and you could set up equipment outside of the school, and you could still hear the screams, the bullets, and stuff. They've got that kind of evidence from the shooting. Something recent, not so long ago. So you can still, if you got the right equipment, you can still pick up the residual energy from Columbine. It's sad, but we will get together and talk about it. We will. All right, folks, it's getting late, and I have work tomorrow morning, very early. So I'm going to be checking out with you guys. I'll be on Wednesday night. We're going to talk about angels. What are angels and what are demons and why? And so we're going to have that conversation on Wednesday night. If I forget it, y'all remind me. I need to write it down. I will write it down so I don't forget. That's what I want to talk about. Maggie has a pen in here. Sure, it's over here. So I don't want to forget that topic, because since we're doing paranormal stuff, it might be a good idea. All right, on this. Oh. What is this? That's voter registration. So we want to talk about angels and demons. That's going to be Wednesday night's topic. All right, good night, Mark. Really nice meeting. Really, not for those of you that came Friday, it was really nice getting to meet all you guys again, and put a face with names. So that really helped a lot. And I know we'll see each other again, and I know that we will. Yes, see you Wednesday. Yes, I will be here Wednesday. So we're going to have that conversation on Wednesday. Good night, everybody. It's been great talking to you.